Well, you look very good in the lights.
Okay, Jeff. There's 3 parts to our interview. The first is we ask what we call biolipids, which are biographical questions about yourself. And then I ask a set of very specific Provincetown questions. And then there's a conversation between you and Pearl. Orientation?
Male.
Male. Relationship status?
Single, but looking.
Perfect. Descendants, do you have any children? Or
Yes, one son that I was sole parent of for 17 years now.
Wow. And what's his name?
Joe.
What's your favorite pet?
A miniature pinscher named Sharky.
A miniature pinscher named Shark.
He gets angry if other dogs sniff his ass. He doesn't lick his penis, and he never has.
Oh, that's a dog with problems.
What's your personal philosophy?
Throw enough shit against the wall, some of it's bound to stick.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so who do you owe most thanks to in your life?
Well, John Travis for bringing me into the industry 21 years ago. He was just here the other night. Bruce Valanche for motivation. I look up to like David Geffen, Barry Diller, and a lot of successful gay men who have accomplished the world.
All right, what is most important to you?
My son.
If you could interview anyone alive or dead about Provincetown, who would it be and why?
Probably the people on the Mayflower, because I want to know why they gave people here syphilis and stole the corn.
Why they gave people syphilis and stole the corn. That's not the way I heard it at all. I heard that they got here and found a bunch of Indians fucking in the pucker brush. And they got scared and took off. Of course, a few of them stayed behind. A few Marys.
Well, I heard that on the cab on the way here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Isn't that
Cab
funny?
driver. I go, well, I didn't read that in my history book, but
Oh, there's a lot you won't read in the history. You're here in Provincetown doing your newest show.
Sophisticated Evening with Jeff Stryker, written by none other than Bruce Valanche.
Now, this isn't the first time you've done a stage show.
No, I produced, directed, and starred in Hard Time that I took across the United States to 7 major cities.
Hard time.
Yeah, it was fun.
How did that differ from this show?
Well, I had to depend on a cast, and I had to go to each town like a month early, cast it, rehearse them, and then it was such a pain in the ass. And whenever
No
the
pun intended.
cast, as soon as the show's successful, they all freak out, and you deal with all these egos. So I thought, at the last city, which was Chicago, after that I did Elton John Life Ball in Vienna, Austria.
Wow.
And I decided no more cast. I'm going to do a one-man show. So about 17 years ago, I had done a favor for Bruce. It was a tribute to Gershwin in downtown LA. And it had Shirley Jones and Sean Cassidy and David Cassidy. And Bruce had this all set up of his little fantasy, which was me. And Shirley Jones just kept going, I don't get it. Because I would get standing ovation. And there was like 6,000 or 8,000 people in the place. So I said, all right, Bruce, just remember this, because I'm going to want a favor sometime. And then all these years, I said, all right. I called him. I said, it's time. I want to do a one-man show. So we worked on it. I told him my life, and he turned it into this
Great.
ingenious comical thing.
Now, which one of your movies do you think is your favorite?
Hard Time I did recently was based off of my touring the cities, because each city I did the theatrical show, I filmed it twice, had my cameraman come, but probably Power Tool of all
You
time.
seem to have managed throughout all this time to keep your head on your shoulders and to do the right thing. And is it because you just never gave up the movie?
Well,
Is that what it is?
no, the image that I was put in, John Travis really did everything. He said it, and he told me what to do, basically. And a few times I floundered. I mean, I really, like, would drop out of the picture for a couple of years. But basically, just following us, it's a lifetime dedication. There's nothing else. I mean, I dedicated my life to being Jeff Stryker. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no, I'm a waiter in the daytime, or, you know, I'm going to go out and trick, you know, or whatever. I was given that image, and I just did the best I could.
You tried by?
Oh, yeah. Like vitamins. Hey, they got that candy out. In fact,
Cheaper
when
than
I used to
Fluffers.
do shows in the day, there used to be the injections. Whoa! And that's where you shoot yourself, and I have it in my archives, like Man's Country. That's where you would inject yourself so you could come out and dance around hard, because I was never into these cock rings. That'll ruin you for life. But this injection, so I had my buddies come, and you have to be real careful when you do that stuff. But I have on my video in my personal library me injecting right before I went on stage, which is so bizarre.
And how long would that keep you erect?
When you're dancing around, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. But the thing is, if you did it wrong, you'd have a huge lump and your dick would point a different direction.
Oh my
Some people might
goodness.
like that.
It's crazy.
Oh my
So I would
God.
hold it at the base and just pop that baby right in there.
Wow.
Needle about this, because what's it gonna do? That barely gets through my skin.
Your doll,
Yeah.
does it not, we tried to bend it over, it doesn't bend over.
It's the top.
I mean, this thing
It doesn't
is
drop to
so
its knees.
fleshy.
Oh, it's excellent. But it doesn't bend at the knees all
It
the way.
It will not. Yeah, it won't. So you.
That's because I'm a top.
Well, we all know you're a top.
Well,
I kind of was hoping that there might have been a flaw in the doll. and I
There
could
was a flaw.
have
The flaw was they put the wristband on the right arm.
Yeah, that's what
And I am not a bottom.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not about to change 10,000 armbands. I did the
Has
first 1,000.
Has anybody ever brought that to your attention before?
Oh, believe me.
Jeff, what's
Everybody
going on?
has,
My
I'm
goodness
sure.
gracious.
Hardcore guys know exactly what
Were
that
you the
means.
first one to actually have a cast made?
I was the first realistic dildo.
That's what I thought.
And I got royalties off that for 15 years, too.
And absolutely, it kind of smells like Play-Doh.
Yeah. Oh, it
You ever
really
been that
does.
close to your own dick before?
So,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if there are any, quote, straight people out there. I don't think there are. I don't think there is a straight person. I mean, if you hooked any human up to a lie detector test and say, hey, have you ever found a man desirable?
Yes.
Right, exactly. But that brings fear into the equation for a lot of people. You know, fear of being discovered. I mean, that's where homophobia comes from, I think.
Yeah.
Really. You know, you fear being discovered yourself, so you throw it out onto others.
And then they get real violent.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
They got all these hidden feelings.
Yeah.
You know.
And they just want to blow. Testosterone's just like,
They want something.
ugh.